Do you like horror? I absolutely love horror. It's one of my most favourite genres of film. It makes sense considering that my past two reviews have been complete, horror films. My other two reviews. I'm making more content, don't worry, I'm just figuring some stuff out. But anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing the film Scream, which was released in 1996, and oh boy, what a delight it was. Now, I had never seen Scream before, at least not the original one. Originally, I had seen the Scary Movie films, which, if you know the first one, is a complete piss take of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. And to be honest, after watching both of them back to back, I never realised how much Scary Movie 1 actually copies a lot of the dialogue from the first film. But I went in mostly completely blind, and I have to say, the first film is actually really good. I actually loved Scream 1 more than I think I liked Halloween. I suppose it is kind of interesting how I'm kind of in this predicament, because that's exactly how Scream starts.
Oh God!
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
The film's opening is extremely iconic. I had no previous knowledge in how the scene fully went down. Again, my only knowledge is the Scary Movie 1 film. And we all know how that one fucking starts off out.
Help! Help!
Oh, that's not my boyfriend. I mean, I fucked him a couple of times, but that's it.
I honestly think the opening scene is the best scene throughout the entire movie. It starts off very kind of slow, the killer is kind of rizzing up the girl as she's just on a little phone, Oh, stop it. Oh.
Hello?
I'm sorry, I guess I dialed the wrong number.
Well, so why'd you dial it again?
To apologize.
You're forgiven. Bye now.
Wait, don't hang up.
What?
I want to talk to you for a second. You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
You making popcorn?
Uh-huh.
I only eat popcorn at the movies.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Halloween.
But then it slowly delves into actual genuine scary. When I was watching Halloween 1, I wasn't actually that scared, I don't know what it was, it's just a film, it didn't spook me, And when a horror film doesn't spook you, is it really a horror film? I don't know. But Scream 1 actually genuinely had some good creepy, unsettling, and, scary moments. I thought it was actually really interesting.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
I want to know who I'm talking to.
That's not what you said. Is this some kind of joke?
More of a game, really. Can you handle that? Blondie.
The conversation they have at the start of the film on the phone is honestly, it's actual cinema. It is great. I love the fact how the killer immediately starts off by being quite friendly, sort of jokingly, poking a little haha, goofy, but then he slowly turns to be more malicious, and it's just fucking great. I don't like his scream though. When he screams, I think it's a little too much.
Listen, asshole!
No, you listen, you little bitch. You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
But overall, I think it's absolutely amazing. And then obviously we get to this scene.
Yes.
Please don't hurt us.
That all depends on you. I want to play a game.
The rest of the opening is completely like this, and it really does set the tone for the rest of the film. There's a lot of gore in the film too. Like, I didn't even realize how gory this film was. You know, a lot of films, especially, you know, like Halloween and all those kind of films, they had kills and stuff, but like, they were never explicit, you know. But like, the film's opening kill, which is just fucking hung there, you know, swinging away with her entrails, it's fucking great. I love that. It's fantastic, honestly. I think it's a great start to a film. So the next scene introduces us to our main character, lovely little girl Cindy. Oh, isn't she a sweetheart? And as soon as, like, I always thought it was weird. I know back then the times were different, but like the fact that like her boyfriend just fucking sneaks into her bedroom, you know, it's like, I have written down my notes. I have my notebook here. Hold on, let me. For some reason, I was left this. Okay, on my notebook, I literally have like written down like Billy kind of sus. Literally, it's just dead ass. It gives us some fucking strange vibes. Like, it's. Spoiler warning for those who haven't seen this film that took place literally 20 years ago, almost. The fucking main villain is Billy. It's a little twist. The actual color of these fucking two.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun.
Like, honestly, even without hindsight, there's a lot of the actions these characters make are very fucking questionable. It's so strange. It just literally makes you think, like, I should not trust this man. I should not go to his house. It's so obvious, even without knowing, but like, it was still interesting though. I feel like at the time of the movie came out, no other film really did this sort of thing, especially since Scream 1 is a parody of horror films. The movie constantly references past horror films. Like, as I said, the Halloween movie, the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, it constantly mentions them because that's the whole point of the movie. It was supposed to be a meta-parody commentary on horror films and how the genre at that point had been kind of, you know, been overused with the stereotypes and stuff. Fuck me, I feel like I could see movies nowadays. Fuck me, I actually cannot remember the last, like, decent modern day horror film I have seen. It is a dumpster fire. Holy shit. But still though, I do have to say, it was very strange going from watching Halloween, literally the previous day, and then the next day watching a movie where they're talking about the movie that I'd just seen.
Look, here it comes.
What? The blood is all wrong. Why do they do that? It's too red.
Wait, here comes another. Hearing.
Yes! Predictable. I knew he was gonna bite it. How can you watch this shit over and over?
It was very weird. Obviously, at that time period, there's quite a bit of years between the two films. But for me, it was literally the next day. So it was very weird just seeing him fucking mention this film. It was great. It actually like kind of immersed it a bit more for me, a little bit, because the whole point of the film is that the characters are meant to be us, you know. The killers aren't supposed to be, you know, these people who are dumbfounded, you know, like, oh, should I run upstairs or outside? Like, that's kind of like the whole, you know, that's the whole point of the movie. It's kind of poke fun at that, to be like, oh, haha, we've seen horror films, we know this shit, yet they still make some of those decisions anyway. It's great, because they constantly make fun of it while also kind of doing it themselves a little bit, which I do think is kind of great, because even though it's a parody of a horror film, it's still a horror film, which is amazing. A lot of films try and do parodies, but you can do a parody and still be a good film of that genre. A good example of this, I would probably say, is Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is a parody of zombie movies, and even though it's a parody, again, poking fun at stereotypical zombie tropes and, you know, making more of a hoo-hoo-ha-ha holler at the whole thing, it's still a good zombie movie. Like, I genuinely think Shaun of the Dead is one of my favourite horror films. Not because it stars Simon Pegg, you know. I love that boy. But fucking, it's great, honestly. It does both. It does what it needs to do. It's a comedy and it's a good horror film. So it's fantastic. And Scream does the exact same thing. It does both things amazingly. and I really like the film. It's great. The main killer, Ghostface, as well, I really enjoyed as a character. I kind of made a point in my previous Halloween review how I was kind of put off by the way they kind of presented Michael Myers, at least in the first movie, because he's kind of an oof, you know, he's kind of a big clumsy idiot. Like, Michael Myers, from what I can tell, from what I've just known from over the years, he's supposed to be this kind of Jason-esque kind of killer, where obviously he's very tall, he's intimidating, he could pick you up with one hand, fuck you up with the other one, you know, a very intimidating guy. But in the film, he's a bumbling idiot. I'm sorry to all those. I think he's an idiot. He fucking fumbles in the closet. He's seeing where he struggles. As I already did the review, you can go back and watch that if you want to get my, you know, personal opinion on it more. But the thing is with Ghostface is, I already knew he was a fucking idiot before going into the movie. He is, I love him, but he is a fucking idiot, and he's written as an idiot. He's supposed to be. When I mean idiot, I don't mean that he isn't intelligent, because he is to an extent. The whole gimmick of Ghostface is that he stalks his victims. It's actually people they know. They stalk them for ages, learning their patterns, you know, learning the best ways, you know, all their tropes and shit, you know, stalking them, kind of like Michael Myers, but they're just a normal person. They're just somebody who has a bloodlust that they want to quench. They want to get that little drink of bloodlust and have a little sip of that. They're not some military trained assassin, you know, it's the fucking teenagers with a knife, you know, there's only so much they can really do. So it's really great seeing people fight back and it actually, like, do something against them. It's just, watching Ghostface fucking fall over is always a highlight. I think it's amazing. The general plot of the movie is pretty sound, to be honest. The plot is literally a who-did-it sort of thing. You know, we see all these characters, we even get a few little red herrings throughout the entire film to make us go, oh, it's him, oh, Wojak face. But again, I still think it's really good. Even though it's like a murder mystery sort of thing, they're constantly referencing horror films. There's literally a character who works at like a Blockbuster sort of thing, and he's constantly mentioning how like everyone's a suspect. Oh, Among Us, and just fucking, just fucking, you know, he's the paranoid guy. He even says himself like, oh, he would be the likely guy because he's the one that's pointing, like blaming everyone.
I'm telling you, the dad's a red herring. It's Billy.
How do we know you're not the killer? Huh? Huh?
Hi, Billy.
Maybe your movie-freaked mind lost its reality button. You ever think of that?
You're absolutely right. I'm the first to admit it. If this were a scary movie, I'd be the prime suspect.
That's right. And what would be your motive?
It's the millennium. Motives are incidental.
There's even a bit in the movie when the main character gets attacked by Ghostface, and after he leaves, her boyfriend shows up, Billy, and it's kind of revealed, kind of be like a little, ooh, is it him? Because he drops his fucking mobile phone on the floor. And obviously we're meant to go like, oh, it's him! He had the phone! He fucking booty called her online.
He's gone. He's gone. It's all right. What?
And then he goes to fucking prison, because legit, that's the evidence, that's all he needed, phone. Ignore the fact he got changed and climbed up her window in 5 seconds, but you know, nah, he had the Nokia 6, he's fucking, fucking send him off to prison. Throw away the key, he doesn't deserve anything, he's case closed. Even though they throw him in prison, later on she gets a phone call again saying like, you got the wrong guy.
Hello?
Hello, Sidney.
No!
Poor Billy boyfriend. That handsome guy doesn't stand a chance with you.
Leave me alone!
Looks like you fingered the wrong guy.
So she fucking freaks out, naturally. You know, she just accused her boyfriend of being a literal psychopath. And, you know, it causes a strain in their relationship, which does bring me to the kind of point of the film which is a little like what the fuck kind of shit. I will give fair warning for those of you who are a little sensitive to this kind of subject. I will be talking about the R word, you know, non-consensual. So if you don't want this, just skip ahead. So after politely being put in prison and taken out in just one day, her boyfriend has a very normal reaction to begin with. Obviously, they see each other in school, and obviously he's like, oh, bruh, you think I'm still sus? And she's like, bruh, nah.
John. Oh, Jesus, shoot!
It's just me. Whoa. You still think it's me?
No, I don't. It's just somebody was there.
Hey, Christy, wait
Billy,
up!
someone tried to kill me.
I know. The cops said I scared him away. You know, it wasn't me, Sid.
And obviously, you can still tell that the look on her face, she's still unsure herself, even though obviously she just received a phone call while he was in jail. So obviously it's like, you know, how could he have done that? That's, you know, obviously it's not true, you know. There couldn't have been two killers. No, but it's the way he reacts to her, it's very fucking strange. Like, I remember watching it and being like, what a dick. What a huge dick.
Sorry, please understand.
Understand what? When I have a girlfriend who would rather accuse me of being a psychopathic killer than touch me?
You know that's not true.
Then what is it?
What is it? Billy, I was attacked and nearly filleted last night.
I mean, between us. You haven't been the same since your mother died.
Is your brain leaking? My mom was killed. I can't believe you're bringing this up.
I know, it's been a year.
Tomorrow. 1 year tomorrow.
I know, I think it's time you got over that. I mean, when my mom left my dad, I accepted it. It's the way it is. She's not coming back.
So he comes back to school after being in prison for one day. I say prison, it's the funny American jail. And obviously, even though she got a little phone call last night saying, you know, LeMayo got the wrong guy, it's so obvious she does not trust this guy. She does not trust this motherfucker. And I don't blame her. He fucking, when they bump into each other at school and shit, and she's like, oh, sorry, King. You know, he starts off like, you know, normal, like, bruh, you still think it's me? Bruh, you'd give your own boyfriend to Mr. Bad Police people because you think, oh wow, just because I'm rocking the iPhone 7, I gotta be a murderer. Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. So he starts off, you know, relatively okay, just sort of saying, you know, you don't trust me, you really think I could do such a thing? You know, giving her a few of the rock fucking stares. But then he just fucking turns into this complete asshole, basically saying to her like, bruh, you should get over what happened to your mum, stop being a bitch. Like it's so fucking, he brings up the fact that she does not touch him, I think almost every single time they interact. It's, you know, there's a few moments where, you know, they're generally like a nice couple, you know, oh King, oh, he's so patiently waiting for me. But like every single time he's spoken to her, he's always just sort of been like, you know, you should, you know, when are you gonna touch me? You know, because I have needs. It's so weird. It's so fucking, like, bruh. The fuck? It's perfectly fucking understandable as to why she's so hesitant to do that sort of thing, because again, like, past trauma is a very serious thing. She is mortified of like reliving the same thing her mother did, but like it's like I think in the point of the film it's meant to be like they've been together for like quite a few years and he's obviously been patiently waiting, you know, giving her space and stuff. But all we've seen him do is prod and pry and basically like say like, hey, I want to fuck you. Like, when are we gonna do that? It's it's fucking weird. I literally wrote down in my notes, fucking like, Billy is a huge dick. Sus Billy. And it's so, he's a strange guy, I'm sorry. It's fucking like, just fucking look, man. I don't trust this guy at all. It's fucking weird. It makes it equally worse when obviously you find out later in the film, she eventually does kind of think like, you know, maybe I shouldn't let what happened to my mum kind of rule my life. Maybe I should kind of like move on and stuff. And it is kind of a sweet scene, you know, even though, again, he's been very pushy the entire film. But I think it was a really sweet scene. And it obviously, it fucking, you know, Just show the fucking reveal, man. You know, just fucking do it.
Stu's flipped out. He's gone mad.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
No, Billy!
Anthony Perkins, Psycho.
So yes, Big Bad Billy is the big spooky ghost man. Oh, but how can this get any worse? It can't get any worse than that, surely. Surely it can't get any worse.
We did your mom a favor, Sid. That woman was a slutbag whore who flashed her shit all over town like she was Sharon Stone or something.
Yeah, we put her out of her misery, because let's face it, Sidney, your mother was no Sharon Stone.
Is that motive enough for you? Your slut mother was fucking my father. And she's the reason my mom moved out and abandoned me. How's that for a motive? Total abandonment causes serious deviant behavior. It certainly fucked you up. It made you have sex with a psychopath.
Yeah, it's kind of worse. That's yeah, it's not good. Again, going with the whole, like, the film's poking fun at, like, tropes and shit. They make the joke, like, oh, he needs a motive. He needs a reason to do this. He can't just be stabby man. He needs a reason to do it. So he just fucking says, you know, this F-bomb, you know, just this fucking nuke, you know. I like the killers. I like how it's two people. I think it's really interesting. The other guy, his motive, you know, just... Hello?
Oh, Stu. What's your motive? Billy's got one. The police are on their way. What are you gonna tell them?
Peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive.
I'm gonna rip you up, you bitch!
Yeah, who gives a shit? I'm not mentally, you know, fucked in the mind, you know. Well, I am, but, you know, I wasn't manipulated or anything. It's just, you know, I struggle with peer pressure, so I killed someone's mom and continued killing people because he said so. Yeah, no, I can't think for myself. Because isn't that cringe, guys? Don't you guys have social anxiety when your best friend tells you to, hey, let's murder people? I can't say no, you know, because it'd be too awkward to say no. Like, no, come on, I can't do that. No, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Overall, though, I think Scream was really good. I think the scenes were very well done. The camera angles are really good too. I don't think it was as interesting as Halloween. Halloween had some really good cinematography. Obviously, Scream is kind of written and shot very similar to how a lot of early teen films, you know, especially teen horrors, kind of shot. You know, just the fucking stereotypical, you know, wide shot, close shot. You know, it is good though. I thought what they did was really interesting. You know, again, making fun of the haha horror movie, but they made a good horror movie in return. And so I think they really succeeded. Ghostface has actually become one of my favourite horror movie killers now. I think he's really interesting. I haven't seen the other films, but I do know Ghostface doesn't have a very specific like killer. It's just he is a character. I think in the film, which I think was really great, was where the costume even came from. The costume they wear in the movie was apparently just, you know, a Halloween outfit you could just buy at the local fucking B&B. You know, just go down there, just pick yourself up a classic horror movie killer, you know. It's fucking... But I like that because it shows that, like, it literally could have been anyone. You know, he could have worn his custom leather jacket, you know, his specially designed murder outfit, but he didn't. He wore something anyone can wear, which makes, you know, the realm of, like, who it could be even wider. Like, can you imagine if he started killing people in his fucking, like, Gucci fucking leather jacket? Just like, bruh, didn't we see Billy come the other day with a Gucci jacket on? Huh, that's strange. Okay, it was great. If I had to rate the movie, I definitely enjoyed it more than Halloween, so I think I would probably give it a good solid 8 out of 10. I think it was really good. Again, the only things I didn't really like about the film was the whole, you know, the whole mum thing. I think, you know, it was a little unneeded, a little heavy for, you know, the film, especially since it was like a parody film. It was just a little too much. But no, I really liked it. I thought it was good. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna have to sort this out. I don't know who the fuck. I just fucking woke up, you know. I don't fucking know. thanks for watching. Hi everyone, welcome to the end of the video. Honestly, if you actually made it to the very end, I am extremely grateful that you actually took the time to watch my video. I've put a lot of work into this video. I have just now technically finished editing it all, and my god, I did not think that editing a video would actually take so long. This is my first time editing anything. I have never edited a video before in my life. I'm just a photographer, okay? This is all brand new to me. But regardless of that, I really hope that it's come out, satisfactory and that you all enjoy it. Because honestly, that's the reason why I make these videos. I'm not trying to do some certain specific thing. I have no ulterior motives. I just like uploading videos because I think it's fun. And I like creating these videos because I think it's fun. And if you guys enjoy watching them and you genuinely like them, honestly, that's just a bonus. That means everything to me, honestly. So if you really enjoyed this video, please, I'm asking you, please leave it a like, subscribe, because I'll be posting more videos like this. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions in future videos. They don't have to be review based, they could be anything, I'm literally up to do anything. I would love to create content, that even you guys would like to see. But yeah, no, honestly, I've worked very hard on this video, so it would just mean a lot for me if, I could show some feedback. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what I'm going to review next, but again, if you leave a comment down below, maybe I'll review your film next, maybe. Thank you so much. Bye! Enjoy!